Welcome. In this lesson, we will finally write our first code. But before moving forward, I want to remind that everything I will say in this lesson you will find on the PDF on page 7 to 9. Now, moving forward, the learning objective of this lesson are write our first program and run it, and learn the meaning of the most common used special symbols. Now, let's look. I will ask now you to copy this code. To do this, you will have to open the BlueJ. Now, if you haven't done before, let's go through this step by step. The BlueJ icon is this. You can double click and you will find this. You will do project, new project. Choose a suitable folder. Now, I will go on desktop. I will write all the code under workspace, unit 0. Select. Now, give a name to this project. Let's say lesson 01. Return. Now you will write new class. You will push this button or right click and this is the same. Here you can write whatever you want because we will delete everything after. And now double click here. Select all and cancel. Now before going on, let's check the preference. Here, make sure that you have this display line number on, flagged, although this will be very useful later. Now, I will leave you sometimes again to copy this code. Now, copy exactly as it is, and now put the video in pause. And now, before checking your first program, let's talk about some of the new symbols you encountered here and you maybe will encounter in the future. Let's begin with the parentheses. All these parentheses are working in couple. You always open and close it. There are always two. These parentheses are not interchangeable. Parentheses, square bracket, and brace are all different meaning. Also, quotation mark are usually going in couple. There are always two of them. Now, apostrophe, symbol quote, period, semicolon, colon are also very common, and you will encounter many times. Period or dot, you will find it often used as separator in many programming languages. Semicolon will be often very used at the end of a command line. You will forget it often. Common is less used, but still. And this less than or greater than can be used in couple, but also as a math symbol. So in case of the math symbol, it's just one at a time. Now, let's look at our program. If you write it correctly, no error will be shown. But for example, if you write and you forget, for example, a semicolon, you will see here a red flag, basically a mistake. For example, if you forget to close this, and again, another error. And if you forget this, curly brace, again, mistake. But you see, this time the mistake will be here. So don't forget any. Now, when you are done, you can see that this square represents, this rectangle represents your program. You can compile here, pressing this button, or right click and here, the same. When you have done this, you can, here, void mainstream, you can left click and OK, execute. Now, on the terminal window, we call it terminal, you will find written what is inside here in green. Now, this is quite easy. Now I want you to change the code, and I call this studio drill, to change the code in a way that will display your name and the date. Now, don't modify this program, but use this, right-click, duplicate, and change the name. You can call it as you wish. For example, version 2 or SD Studio Drill, as you wish. So modify this, you will see is the same, just here is different because you cannot have in the same project two classes with the same name. And after, modify with your name and the date. Now, put in pause the video and play again when you're ready. Now, if you've done it correctly, you should see no mistake. Let me. OK. Now you can compile it and run. And you will see that your program will now show the modified version. Now, for today is all. See you next time.